In the heart of the great green jungle, where vines curled like ribbons and birds sang in every tree, there lived an elephant named Ellie. Ellie wasn't the biggest nor the oldest, but she had something that made her truly special: her song. When Ellie trumpeted, the whole jungle paused to listen. Her voice was sweet and powerful, like the sound of the wind through the tallest trees. Her song could calm a crying calf or make the birds flap their wings in delight. She had learned it from her mother. Ellie's mother had the gentlest eyes and the warmest trunk. She taught Ellie everything: how to listen to the river, how to remember paths through the trees, and most of all, how to sing. "Your voice," her mother would say, "is a part of your heart. When you sing, you let the world hear your soul." But one day, the sun rose with a silence that hurt. Ellie's mother didn't get up. She had grown tired and old, and just like the stars at dawn, she slipped quietly from the world, and with her went Ellie's song. The jungle still sang, the birds still chirped, the river still babbled. But Ellie was quiet. Days turned into weeks. She walked with her herd, but her ears drooped. Her eyes lost their sparkle. And though the other elephants offered comfort, Ellie never sang again. "I just don't have it anymore," she told herself. "My song left with Mama." The herd missed her music, but they gave her space. They knew grief had no clock and healing had no map. Then, one rainy afternoon, something small and shivering curled up beneath a banana leaf. It was a baby elephant, lost and alone. The herd gathered around, murmuring in concern. Where had the baby come from? Where was its family? Ellie stepped forward, her heart tugging at the sight of the little one's trembling trunk. The baby's eyes were wide, searching. Without thinking, Ellie reached out gently with her trunk and wrapped it around the calf. "It's okay," she whispered. "You're not alone." The baby blinked at her, then pressed against her side. That night, the herd formed a circle, as they often did when one of them was hurting or frightened. And in the middle, under the stars and the hush of the jungle, the baby elephant whimpered softly in its sleep. Ellie lay beside it, heart heavy but full. Then something stirred deep inside her, a memory, a note, a hum. It was small, just a whisper of a sound, but it came from her trunk, shaped by her heart. The other elephants froze, eyes turned. Ellie blinked. She hadn't meant to sing, but the calf stirred, letting out a tiny sigh, and nuzzled closer. So Ellie did it again. A lullaby, soft and low. It didn't sound like the old song, it didn't ring the way it used to, but it was something else now. Gentler, sadder, but full of love. And slowly the rest of the herd joined in. A harmony of trumpets, hums, and deep rumbles filled the clearing. Tears welled in Ellie's eyes, but she didn't stop. Because the song wasn't broken, it had simply changed. It carried sorrow, yes, but it also held strength. Her song had grown. The next morning, the baby elephant trotted behind Ellie like a shadow. The herd named him Kavi, which meant poem, for he had brought music back to their family. Ellie sang often after that, not every day, but when it mattered. She sang for joy, and sometimes for sadness, and always with her whole heart. She knew now that her song would never be what it was before. But it didn't need to be, because even though her mother was gone, the love remained in every note, every echo, every breath of her music. And that made it beautiful.